Hey everybody, it's Mike, the OG Thunder Wizard Mahadeva. And I want to share with you some very important things having to do with the nighttime practice. So now we've got 3 practices which are going to be phase 1 of the 90-day challenge. We have the morning practice. I've already talked about that. This is to raise your Kundalini and connect you to the soul within your heart center so that you can start your day being able to align yourself to your compass of your soul, and so that you can go out and accomplish what your soul wants to accomplish in this life. And then I gave you the midday practice, which allows you to come and check in with yourself, and there's another meditation on that which allows you to continue to refine your directional guidance for the day in terms of accomplishing your soul desire. Now we come to the nighttime practice, and this is the practice where you really learn how to take energy from the universe and combine that with very powerful tools like mantra and meditation, and aligning the 3 centers, aligning heaven and earth. And I'm going to talk about that in specific about what you need to know. But when you combine all of these things together, the nighttime practice allows you to go in and defrag your unconscious hard drive, which is really what is driving you in all of your, in all of your actions. And so if you've got unconscious blocks and imprints and things like that which are driving you down paths which don't serve you, then you need power. You can't just think yourself out of it. You need power, and you need techniques that will come in, wipe your hard drive clean, and allow those things which are attached to your soul to come to your conscious awareness. So I'm going to talk to you about things that you're going to need to know, because if you haven't done it already, go to the thunderwizard.com website, click on whatever buttons you need to get to the Warrior 90-Day Challenge subscription option. When you subscribe, then you will have access to members-only videos that will take you through all 3 of these: the morning, the midday, and the nighttime practice. But what happens is you just click play and you do it with me. It's not me talking at you like I'm doing right now. It's me actually doing the exercises. So you get to do them with me as if you and I are together, and it's a one-on-one session where I am taking you through the exercises. So there will be some narration and other things like that. Even if you haven't gotten some of the more advanced things like your mantra practice and things like that, it doesn't matter, because I'm going to do it there with you. So I'm going to talk you through what those things are going to be. So in the nighttime practice, let me find that. Where is that information? There it is. All right, so in the nighttime practice, the first thing that we start off with is the Yin Yang Hands. The Yin Yang Hands was called, in my tradition, it was called the teacher's hands, or the Sifu hands. And it was said that this was the most powerful energy practice, that once you had mastered all of the other forms and all of the other meditations, that all you had to do was the Yin Yang Hands, and you would automatically get all of the benefits of everything else. So it's a good place to start, because it balances both sides of the body, it balances both sides of the brain, it connects the heart to the navel. And anyway, I mean, I could go on and on and on, but it's one of those priceless things. I keep saying to you that I'm giving things to you guys that are priceless, that I had to spend years and years learning and paying for in order to be able to get to. I had to have permission. I'm just handing them out to you like candy. This is one of them. If you just did this one practice for the rest of your life, trust me, you would get everything that you would want. All of the powers, all of the awareness, all of the enlightenment, all of that would come from this one practice. So we start off with the Yin Yang Hands, and we go through the mirror, which allows you to go to the other side of reality, so you can connect to the spiritual side of things. And in that, we use what's called Quan seal, and I show you how to do that. You hold your palms like this, and you'll see where I'm standing and how I'm doing it, and it's a very powerful thing. Quan is a deity in Taoist tradition who is able to destroy the power of demons and negativity. So just by hitting that seal, you automatically create a protection around yourself. So we start with the Yin Yang Hands, and in that, interwoven in that, is Quan Kung's seal. And then we go into Thor's belt. Now, Thor's belt is something I teach freely on the channel. You can go and find it. But it allows you to get the power of the chi energy, the life force energy, into the navel. And I use the word Thor's belt because according to Norse mythology, Thor's belt gives him 50% of his power. So without his belt, he doesn't have, he has only half of his power. That's because our Norse ancestors understood what Qigong was. They're actually teaching people Qigong. And that's how you know this is true mythology. So I do the practice Thor's belt, which empowers your navel center. And then we do a thunder standing posture, which is another posture I learned in the spirit fighting practice, which was meant to bring power to the hands, but also it opens up the heart center again. It not only does that, but it also starts building power and energy within your body. You do this, again, this is one thing. If you just did the thunder standing posture, which I also teach in the thunder shamanism, when you go through the 8 directions, I teach that. So we do the thunder standing posture for a while to really power up the heart center and get energy in the body, huge amounts of chi energy in the body. And then we go into the seated posture and we do some seated Qigong meditations, and we hold the ball. Real simple thing, but you're going to be holding it at the level of the chest, and you're going to be expanding and contracting that ball, which will empower your soul as well as connect all kinds of other things and connect you to all kinds of energy and build energy up in you. And then we move into the Thurisaz Roon Mudra, which is something I've shared online on the free channel. But this is, again, one of those very powerful things that I had to beg and plead to learn from my teachers. It's supposed to be something that's kept secret and only special people. And I give it out to you guys for free. But we bring that in because this is one extremely powerful Qigong meditation that brings huge amounts of life force energy into the navel. The navel is extremely important here. This is because at the end of the day, we're going to be taking all of the energy from the heart center and we are going to be empowering it into the lower self of the navel, because the navel processes, just like your unconscious mind, because that's where your unconscious mind is. Your unconscious mind processes all of these things. And so we are going to open this gate up so that your navel center can connect to the full power of the infinite life force energy that surrounds you. And then we do the Waterfall Qigong practice, and that is something, again, that I teach in the Celestial Qigong. It is the most healing and cleansing Qigong practice that I've come across. And it's not just coming from me, that's coming from other Qigong masters who also practice this very special technique, and they say the same thing, that if in doubt, you need balancing, you need cleansing, you do this Waterfall Qigong movement. And then we go into the Heaven Earth Qigong. This is something that I teach in the Celestial Qigong, but I also teach it on the channel for free. And this, again, is another one of those techniques that if you just did this for the rest of your life, you wouldn't have to worry about anything. It opens up the central channel. It literally creates a connection. It is one of the most shamanic energy practices that I know of. It creates a connection where heaven and earth literally connect and flow through your body. You will connect with Father Sky and Mother Earth, and you will open up all of the 9 chakras and the 9 meridians. And I mean, again, I've done it for years, and I would have to say if I had only one practice to do, I would do that. And then I take you into the mantra. Now, if you have a mantra practice that you're already doing, great. Do your mantra practice that I've given you if you've gotten a mantra from me. But if you haven't, not a problem. You just simply click play and follow along, because I have recorded on one of my music CDs years ago. I recorded the Om Namah Shivaya mantra, and that's done to powerful shamanic drums. There's also some subliminal, you'll hear me whispering, just beneath your ability to hear what I'm saying, but that's me giving you subliminal power to allow yourself to become your highest potential. And then we do some close down, and this is, like I said, this takes about a half an hour. So you can do any one of these practices as long as you want. If you want to take any one of them longer, you can. But I put it into a half-hour practice so that it's not completely impossible for people to do. It's long enough so that it will really have a huge impact on you. But again, you can expand on any of these. And again, the whole idea of this is that before you go to bed, you want to bring into your unconscious mind the ability to rewrite your whole program. And so that's what this is going to do. So it's important to add this at the end, because going through the day, we fire up the Kundalini in the morning, we do some things in the midday, and then at night we really need to come and allow the energy to go into our unconscious mind, but we also need that power of that mantra. Now, my experience is, and I haven't seen this anywhere else, I haven't seen any other teacher teach this, or any tradition, but I've stumbled upon what I believe is a very powerful synergistic practice, which is to do Qigong combined with mantra. Now, you have to have a mantra that works for you, but what ends up happening is that these two practices come together, and the power that results from both of them is greater than each of them combined. The whole is greater than the sum of the parts. And in my experience, when you do this and then connect your intentions to it, there's nothing more powerful. At the very least, you will see huge transformation. So I just wanted to talk you through it, because when you go there and you click and you do the evening or the nighttime practice, I'm not going to be explaining it. I'm just going to be doing it with you, and you just do it with me. And this is phase 1. There's going to be a phase 2 and a phase 3. And even if you just get through the first 30 days, I guarantee you there's going to be massive changes. Maybe it'll be interesting, maybe it'll be challenging, maybe it'll be pleasant, maybe it'll be healing, but it will definitely take the blocks within you and start chopping them up and destroying them. So whatever your experience of that is going to be, you'll find out. But the end result is, if you stick with it, and again, as I say, every one of my students who follows my direction to the letter and does it consistently, every single one of them sees massive change, and those who stick with it see success. And that's not just my projection, that's what they tell me. All right, so that's the 90-day challenge. Now we've got the first phase for the first 30 days ready to go. We've got the morning, the afternoon, and the evening practice ready to go. So just go ahead and go there, and you'll see that. I'm going to upload it right now, so if you're watching it like right now, you might have to wait 10 or 15 minutes, but trust me, it's going to be there. All right, I'm looking forward to hearing from everybody and hearing about your transformation as a result of this practice. Again, thunderwizard.com, and then click on whatever buttons you need to find the Warrior 90-Day Challenge subscription option. All right, I will see you guys in the practice.